I am not the ultimate fisherman, but I'm getting there. When it comes to fishing, the easiest way to change up what species it is that you're catching is to change what environment you're fishing in. The biggest and most obvious one would be to go from freshwater to saltwater. The type of fish that you catch changes significantly. Scaling down from that, you could go from a lake to a small stream, from a pond to a river, or in the case of Alabama, switch which side of the fall line you're on. The fall line is what? That right there. That is the fall line. It's this region right through the middle of Alabama where the hard Appalachian rocks meet the softer sandy sediment of the coastal plain. What that tends to mean is above the fall line you have a lot more rapids and hard-bottomed rocky water systems, whereas below the fall line you have slower moving streams and rivers that are mostly mud and sand on the bottom. So while there are fish that can live on both sides of the fall line, there are fishes that, due to morphological adaptations, are limited to either being above or below the fall line. So since I live in central Alabama, I'm just below the fall line. So to change it up, the wife and I decided to go above the fall line to an area called Nectar, Alabama. Our main goal was to fish the Locust fork of the Black Warrior River system. But when we got there, it turns out that there was a nice little creek that actually ran down the length of the property that we had to walk alongside to get to Locust Fork to begin with. So we tied on small hooks and got little pieces of worms and went to tossing around that stream to see if we could find any of the various darters and shiners that can only be found above the fall line. I have a visual. Oh my God, that's a bigger fish than I thought. Okay. Yeah, these fish are finicky. It has to be in the rock. Up, up, up. Hit it again. Took my worm. You stupid fish. I got one. Thank God. What is it? It is a chub. All that for what I'm pretty sure is a creek chub. Or wait, hold on. He might be something different. And that is our first fish of the trip. This little skinny stream produced what I think is a pretty decent sized fish, actually. Super finicky fish though. This water is ultra clear, but I would assume that it does not get that much fishing pressure to make them so alert, but they are staying under these rocks, and it took several casts to get him to finally just commit to it. A couple times he literally just swam by it multiple times before he finally hit it. So now we have to identify it. Alright, back you go. And right back under the rock. Alright, the ice has been broken. Now we shall slay. I probably should have kept him for catfish bait. That was a good one, now that I think about it. Dang it. I think it's the same thing. Yeah, it looks like the exact same thing. This one, since we've caught two now, this one's probably going to be utilized as bait. So, no release for this fellow. No, 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 no. No! I had him. Well, I had stopped recording because we weren't getting any action other than the same fish over and over again. We finally came down here to the actual river, Locust Fork, and just managed to pull up what I believe is a blacktail shiner, which unfortunately we've already caught for this channel. So far, we came all this way to a different geological landscape and have managed to catch nothing new or extraordinary, so woohoo. But we will not give up. We'll continue fishing. I know for a fact there was a different type of fish up in that creek, but we couldn't get it to bite, whatever it was. It was a real dark, almost black looking fish, possibly a type of sunfish. Couldn't get him through all the chubs, but it is just day one, the first morning. We're probably gonna target here for a while. We did upgrade to a bigger size hook. Instead of that size 30, we moved up to a size 18. I've also got it rigged underneath a bobber, so that way I can ride this current down in this little eddy. My train of thought is that there's fish hiding here because they don't want to fight that current over by the rapids, so instead they're going to hang out in this eddy and wait for things to flow to them for them to eat them. We got a little bit of vegetation, we got rocks, we got some lumber. We got a lot to work through. Be free. I'm getting nibbled, but whatever it is slowly pulling my bobber down. It's almost like I'm hung on something. I got him, whatever it is. Hup. Sunfish. Bluegill. The first sunfish of the day. Why couldn't you have been a crappie? A whole new geographical location, geological. And they ain't found squat.
Different?
Pretty sure it's not. Pretty sure we're just on a school of bluegill.
Huh?
Yeah, it's just a school of bluegill. The microfishing was a bit of a letdown yesterday. Honestly thought coming up here to a brand new type of water system, I was gonna find something interesting, something new. Didn't happen. Found the same 3 species that we catch all the time down in central Alabama. So that was a bit of a bummer. Today we're going to switch gears because there are different sports fish after you come above the fall line. In particular, the red-eye bass. The red-eye bass majority is found above the fall line and stuff like this. So today we're going to be throwing bigger lures, regular lures. I'm going to be throwing the slider jig again with a 3-inch Berkeley Gulp minnow on it. And yeah, we're going to toss around to all these current breaks and random slow eddies and things, and even directly into the current. I'm going to cover as much water as possible and try and see if we could find anything different. Now, so there's supposed to be pickerel in this water system. There's supposed to be redfin pickerel, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to find them in the actual river. We'd have to go up into some slower streams or something. Mainly red-eye bass is going to be our target for the day. Red-eye bass, I'd love to catch a crappie, but I've never had that much luck with them. So let's get started. And today I'm using 10-pound braid with a double uni knot to a 6-pound fluorocarbon leader. This water is pretty clear, at least compared to what I'm used to fishing. And we have seen things jumping out here. We saw them all day yesterday. Things jumping, things rolling. I don't know. Could be skipjack. I think there's skipjack in this water. Could be skipjack. Could be carp or who knows. So we'll lob around, mud. We'll lob around some and see if we can locate anything. Good Lord. I cannot believe it. Is this my crappie? It is. I caught my first crappie. It is a crappie. It is a black crappie. Wow. That is beautiful. My first ever crappie on like the second cast. That's amazing.
Nice.
Finally, a new species. This is great.
We gonna keep it?
Oh yeah, he's going on stringer. All right, 0. 1.26. Okay, so the thing weighs 0.27. He was 1.26, so 0.99. Just short of a pound. Oh, did you get tapped? Well, that's good. It means they're over there. And they're fired up. Oh. Is it another one?
Yep. Oh, wait. Ooh, there's another
No,
one.
that's a white bass.
It's a white bass? Oh my God.
It's either a white bass or a striper one. I'm thinking it's a white bass. You can eat these too. We're not going to. That means there's a school. Yeah, you need to throw right through there. Another new species for the channel. Pretty sure it's a white bass. I'll double check, make sure it's not just a small striper. As I said, I'm still new to this whole identifying thing, but still fun fish. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm not showing a very good example of the geological differences in fish because we're catching literally all the same stuff that exists down in the coastal plain. So this educational video I had hoped to make is just not producing itself. What can you do? Get better at fishing, I guess. So once again, I was not recording because I was trying to conserve battery and we weren't getting any action. And then of course we have a little bass that's going to show up. It is not a red-eye bass, so once again came all the way here to catch absolutely nothing different. But action's action. Back with you. It's much later now. We went a good long time without any bites. Went and got some lunch, took a little break. Lauren's still down there working on crappie or brim or just anything swimming around, and I'm swapping over to catfish. I kept one of the creek chubs, a couple of creek chubs from yesterday, and we got a dropper rig with a small circle hook and a little 1 ounce weight. This is the same line I was using earlier, a 10-pound braid down to a swivel, and then 6-pound fluorocarbon. Probably going to lose every sinker that I cast out here into this rocky river, but This is a real deep hole right here. Like the rest of this is just rapids and shallow. And then we got this little bottleneck section right here. And then it opens up into this deep hole in this river bend. And our host claims that he's seen some big channel cats come out of here. I'll be happy with literally anything. So, give it a cast. Let that sink to the bottom, and we're gonna stick it in the holder and sit back and enjoy the evening. Seems pretty taut. We're gonna let that soak. Well, we just missed a massive run, but we're hooked up with something. The trick here is I was dumb and brought 10-pound braid. So now I've got to dodge all these rocks. Oh no. It's definitely a catfish. I feel him rolling. But I also feel like I'm feeling him tap rocks. He might cut me. Go get the lip grip. Oh, no, 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 no. No, stop. Stop. Oh my God.
You get him.
There you go. Nice. Good one. Channel cat. I'm sliding in the mud again. I just heard the drag peeling. I thought it was you. I was like, dang, what'd she hook already? And I turned around and my rod was just slammed bent over. I didn't even have the camera on. Again. And got my bait back. £5 on the dot. 5.26 minus 2.6, 0.26 for the lip grip. Nice 5-pound channel cat. He's gonna end up being filleted tonight. We kept the crappie from this morning. We're gonna keep this catfish. We had brought some shrimp and rice to have for dinner tonight, and so the fish get cooked up alongside them. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I kind of just like zone out once I'm actually catching a fish, and I forget completely that I've got this camera on. I remembered to turn it on as I was taking it out of the rod holder, but like once I start reeling, I completely forget that I'm supposed to be talking to y'all, and I just kind of go quiet and do it like I usually would. Hats off to all these other YouTubers that can be informative and descriptive and everything in the moment, because I'm just happy to catch a fish, man. Whoa, catfish, I was going to the bathroom. You're supposed to wait. You're supposed to wait. You're supposed to wait. We had a truce, momentary truce while I went to TT. All right, all right, all right. Another catfish. And he's made a mess of my line. Yep. Thanks a lot, fish. Alright. See, we can maneuver you back this way so I can de-hook you. Yeah, we don't need him. The 5-pounder and the crappie with the shrimp should be plenty for dinner. No need to be greedy. Stop. Well, now you're stuck in there and you took my hook. You're an awful fish. Well, now what? Did he get out? Did he find a way out and now my big one's trying to find the same way? I mean, I don't see him. Is he in there? I guess he got out. Huh. Good for you, stupid channel cat. Good for you. The lesson I set out to teach with this video about how the fall line creates an actual barrier between species on either side ended up not going the way I had planned, because I caught absolutely nothing that was just limited to above the fall line, and I actually caught everything that most people catch around here below the fall line. At the end of the day, we still caught 7 different types of fish while we were up there, 5 of which were brand new species to the channel. So all in all, still a very successful trip in my opinion. I would like to go back one day to be able to actually target the darters and shiners that are actually up there. Maybe a different time of year, because everything that we caught was holding very, very, very tight to cover. And so it could be that the drop in temperature this time of year's got everything sheltering at home. Either way, it was a good time, and I would definitely like to go back again. This video is going up on Christmas Eve, so to you and your family, I wish you a happy holidays. And until next time, y'all have a good one.